I saw a TikTok, and this lady was like trying to be out there, you know, to like coach. I wanted to like get on board because she's trying to make it fun, but she had like a pseudo strap belt thing, and then she put her flashlight in her crack, and she verbally said, imagine this flashlight is in your butthole, keeping your back
all her yoga pants have holes.
She just... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Topic Thunder. I'm your host, Tom Mike. We're here with the one and only Caffeine Kilos, Dean Saddoris, Jim McDonald of 3SB and 50% Facts, and Kyle Castro.
More mass, more gas, baby.
No, it's not that good.
Kyle, the gas man.
Yeah, it's not that
Irritability is his number one problem. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that good.
More mass, more gas. It's good.
No, it's good. But
In the baseball world, you wouldn't get it. You weren't a team guy or nothing like that.
Yeah, I'm not a team guy. I'm so selfish from everything you've known of me
I
over
meant
the
sports.
years.
I meant like team sports guy.
Yeah, I didn't lead the nation in assists in basketball.
Dude, close the yearbook.
Well,
dude.
you're telling me I'm not a team guy.
Close the yearbook.
Which one is it? You're more gas, more ass, and you're fucking 28.
Gas, more ass. No,
You're more ass, more gas, which is also true. Move
more
ass,
mass,
you hit more gas.
More gas.
More ass, more gas.
Ask CC Sabathia, baby.
So, yeah, big ass.
Roberto Colon.
Mike would have been the guy in the Capitol riot thing with the no-look mace. That was the best thing that happened out of all that. The assist, the no-look.
The assist.
Yeah, that is me.
There's a photo. There's a photo of this dude doing a no-look, like
just busting people.
Just like there's a guy coming through the window, and their security guard is like, dude, it's the funniest picture. And he's just like no look. He's like in an athletic position, no mace spraying this dude in the face.
So weird.
It's so funny.
Mace-based matrix.
Triple
It's
the best thing that ever happened out of that whole thing.
Yeah, dude. Triple double on that.
What is the biggest mistake you've taken nutritionally or fitnessly over the years?
Oh shit. The worst thing I've ever taken?
Maybe not the worst. Like it could be like, oh, I took whatever supplement and it tasted bad, but like biggest mistakes that you found yourself that you wish you could tell young Dean.
Oh, I took like
hey, bro, do more of this or do less of that.
I took like a kind of like a random SARM back in like back in the day. Like I'm talking like out of high school when you just don't need anything like that.
Yeah, everything was over the counter.
Yeah, and you just buy it at fucking vitamin shop or whatever, and like didn't do anything because I wasn't like consistent, and then it was just kind of that. But I also felt like kind of like, man, well, I hope I didn't like mess up my like mood or like I was just like as a kid. I was just didn't know what the hell I was
think
talking
about that.
But you
shit,
can,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of it can affect your hormones and fuck you up.
But
yeah, for sure.
It ended up being fine. But it was like, I guess that as far as supplements go, that was probably it.
What about just in general? Nothing? Mistakes? Just did biceps all day, every day?
I have a lifting one.
That's the kind of shit I did. Yeah, go ahead.
I would say like for like any sports player, I mean, creating like a more foundation and like, I guess like your mid back and your legs, like kind of thing, like more of that power foundation.
Yeah.
Versus like, because it's so easy, like especially if you're an athlete in school and stuff like that, to just do upper body and be like, oh, I'm just gonna be a bro lifter, or I'm gonna do this and that. Like it really is easy.
Yeah,
to
you
do
don't
that.
know. Some strength coaches didn't even know. Like strength science has come so far in the last just 10 years. And then as an athlete, when you think of working out, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna hit the treadmill, I'm gonna bench press, I'm gonna do some curls. Like you don't know. You just think build muscle, and when you think of muscle, you think of like a bodybuilder, and so you train like that.
And then like obviously I don't have that experience like people that like pull and deadlift or squat a ton. But it looks like they create this foundation of like just tree trunks, and then everything else kind of comes along. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, that's the truth of strength conditioning. Yeah, you don't have to be sports specific, which was a huge thing in the early 2000s.
No, I remember.
Yeah, and it's less now.
Bosu ball shit. You know?
Yeah, or you throw sand in your basketball and you do every exercise with that.
Well, you got to imitate a golf swing with with
a barbell.
Row.
Yeah,
it's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, why don't you
do more squats?
Yeah, squat a little bit,
deadlift.
Do maybe a little rotational stuff if you're a throwing guy, but it doesn't have to be so freaking specific. Mine would be, and I mentioned in the last podcast, is I just never get my chance to grow. I always thought, first, I've always had body dysmorphia. Since like 5th grade, I asked my parents for like ab machines and shit, which is, I don't even know where that comes from, but obviously ain't healthy. And then 2, I always wanted, and then once I got into strength sports, I always compared myself to a certain weight class. So I was always comparing my numbers to a 198er. So I always stuck at 200 pounds. And I'm 20 to 25 years old when I met Jim, basically. And I'm just like sticking to that body weight where I could have made massive muscular and strength gains if I would have just let myself eat just a little bit. I'm tracking my food like a little fucking psychopath, you know?
I just didn't really work out until I was out of high school.
Do you wish you did?
Same.
I wish I would have. Would have been fucking way better at baseball.
Yeah.
Like I was good at like defensively in baseball, but like I was like 135 pounds when I graduated high school.
Yeah.
Like I was just skinny and tall and like couldn't like hit the ball very far.
I wish I would have
put the bat on the ball, but I couldn't hit it like down the park.
I wish I would have found weightlifting in high school.
Oh my God! If
Yeah.
I was like as strong as I was like 4 years ago in weightlifting as like a baseball player, I probably would have got a fucking with school for free.
I'm just thinking more weightlifting. Like my genetics are built for weightlifting.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm strong, but I'm not, everyone's like, Mike, you're like,
Yeah, you
'cause
got good.
I'm fast.
you
I'm
have
actually faster than I am strong.
Do you have a long torso and short legs?
Tiny femurs, long torso, tiny dick.
Well, they
I
say
think
like the
that's-
ideal body
Yeah,
type
no, it's me.
for a weightlifter is like
And short arms, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like my range is short.
Yeah, short arms, long torso,
Yeah, and
short legs.
I'm strong enough.
big ass.
Yeah, I'm strong enough, but I'm not stupid strong. Everyone always said like, yeah, you're pretty strong for a basketball player, but people would never say like, dude, you're a fucking freak. You know, I was
Dude.
never that guy. I'm just kind of thick.
Yeah,
Well,
you'd be a good weightlifter.
Yeah.
Like a Matt Frazier. You're like Matt Frazier.
Matt Frazier's like me.
You look like Matt Frazier today.
Yeah, kind of. He
Yeah.
kind of looks like me.
Yeah. You guys
He's
should
shorter,
call
though.
each other and
I'll call
FaceTime
him.
and we can see.
I'll FaceTime him.
Yeah, see.
I don't
A
know. his
lot of the
number.
college sports are all doing weightlifting.
No,
right now.
everyone. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I actually think it's slightly overrated for some sports. Everyone's into the power clean. And
That's
there
all
is
we
It's the old
did.
school
Yeah.
football.
That's all
yeah,
we did,
there's just
bro,
chances
yeah.
of like twisting your wrist. You're not going to get injured, but there is. You just
Yeah.
beat up your wrist a little bit
No,
as a
we did.
quarterback. You're fucked.
What we
Yeah,
did
yeah.
in high school weight training for baseball is we would, do the sand.
Yeah,
Do the
Oh,
sand
I
for the
remember
forearms.
that.
We'd do a
Yeah.
little bit of squatting, a little bit of straight up. Just basically, they would throw us in the gym at the school and be like, okay, do some bodybuilding shit and put your hand in the sand or
Yeah,
in this
literally.
rice.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're like, okay.
Yeah, good thing I played football because the baseball shit was embarrassing.
The baseball was terrible.
Yeah,
and then
the
here's some jump ropes.
yeah.
No, here's some
We're like, what
plastic
are we
jump ropes
doing?
you can just
Yeah.
bleed your calves with. Pull your calf hairs out.
Yeah, we didn't do anything. Actually, now I think about it. Like, we did like some squats and shit, but football was every day, 6 days a week.
Lifting.
Well, we had to go.
Heavy.
We went to.
He said no off days. He's like, I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's a bit much, but he was like, no, we trained through the soreness, everything. You're gonna keep going.
We
Yeah.
did weight training on Wednesdays once a week for baseball.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that doing?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no consistency there. No,
There was
And
a-
it's,
the
and it's your
guys-
baseball coach.
Well, the
Like, he
big
doesn't
guys,
fucking know.
the big guys on the team, the ones that actually like went out and like did other things outside of that, were like training all the time.
Yeah.
And they had
Yeah.
like they were going, doing other stuff, but like,
The parents probably telling him to.
oh, they're 100%.
Yeah.
And they all burned out, and they're, but it
Now
was
they're fat and eating chips on the couch.
Yeah. Smoking glizzies, dude.
smoking glizzies, ripping heaters, and,
More ass, more gas, baby.
Yeah.
there you
right.
go. I think I have two. One of them would be when I finally started to like try to put on significant muscle, spending too much money on protein supplements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
a huge problem for
universal.
people.
Or just like, oh,
I
I need to-
wasted all my money.
Yeah.
And then
Oh my God.
the other one was adjusting my squat stance so that my feet pointed more forward. I've absolutely fucking injured myself doing that.
In gear, yeah.
In or out.
Yeah.
In or out.
Oh.
My
like
ankles.
a straight toes
Yeah.
instead of like kind of spread.
Yeah, my ankles, my knees, my hips all suffered from that.
Yeah, a lot of that's leverage dependent.
Yeah, I should not have
Yeah.
done that. That
Everybody's
was
different.
like
There's
every
no right or wrong way, I think.
Yeah, that's the issue. Is there is coaches that say there's one way or no way.
that's not
right?
true.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I
And-
squat super like my feet are pretty out when I
Yeah,
squat.
yeah,
Same.
and I
pretty
don't.
narrow.
I don't think everyone's like a killer snowflake, but there's not a universal law. Is the difference?
Yeah, I think we were just way close to the flagpole on that particular concept,
Yeah.
and I tried to adopt it because it seemed like the thing to do.
Yeah.
It was a poor idea. I should have never done
Is
that.
there something like how they say like an artist is classically trained, right?
Yeah.
In like painting.
Yeah, me.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Mike, like finger painting.
Yeah.
It's he's classically.
I'm in the
trained.
Momo. My
So,
finger
like,
paints.
what would be the classically trained version of like telling someone how to squat? Would it be straight
like,
foot?
Like what's the textbook?
I guess. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I-
you know what I mean? Like,
if I had to-
there has to be some type of
If I would-
baseline standard to start someone brand new on. What would that be?
I'm starting at 45 degrees probably, or 30 degrees. Probably 30, I guess, would
You
be.
generally want to do that right to give your hips somewhere to go, right?
It depends because, like,
Oh.
if you have short femurs and you're kind of mobile, like me, like I can squat anyway. I could probably point them in, probably hit depth
Yeah,
somehow.
there's
You know,
no shot. If I did that, I'd break.
No,
in
yeah,
half.
everyone would. But I would probably say, is that 30 degrees then? Right, 90.
15, I think, is what at least 15 is what most people are told now.
I don't know. I've never heard people say degrees.
Yeah, me neither.
But yeah, if I were to give a degree, I think I'd give a 45.
Yeah.
Because even if you are mobile enough, 45 will still hit it, and then if you're not mobile, 45 will hit it.
Well, 45 is all the way out.
Oh, I thought that's 90.
90?
That's 90, ain't it?
No, that's 45.
What's 90 then?
Isn't this 180?
That's 180.
So then this would be 90.
Okay, you're right. But still, 45 is still. I
No,
don't know,
it's
still
right
a
in
lot.
the
I don't think
Probably like
there's
that.
a negative of 45. Like again, if you're mobile, you can hit it.
You probably don't want to go past 45.
No, unless you're sumo deadlifting.
Depends on how wide your stance is too.
Yeah, sumo deadlifting. But we're talking about squats, right?
Yeah, we're talking about squats. Yeah, I think I'd probably start at 45 or 30. And then we can wiggle. I can tell, but just by it depends on how much experience you have coaching. I could tell by looking at you.
High bar, low bar.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I literally not telling you.
Oh, just whatever feels good.
I'm going to tell you to squeeze your back and put the bar on your back.
See, I feel like that's another topic, but like I don't get it and I don't understand why. I mean, there's sort of a high bar, low bar. Everybody's obsessed with the bar position, and like I get that it changes how you squat, but like you're looking for the most efficient way to squat.
Well, it's
right?
also such a powerlifting thing specifically because in weightlifting you're never going to do a low bar squat because it doesn't carry over to the lifts.
Yeah. I think it can. And that's a long argument too, but it can.
Yeah, well, you're just wrong.
No,
I think
because we're already talking about a variation within your sport. Like you guys never have the bar on your back in your sport, and so the variation of going 2 inches down is not going to be that different. The difference is how you coach the squat, and most people coach the squat when you go low bar. They automatically make it a hip dominant squat, but it doesn't have to be. You can put the bar very low on your back and stay very upright depending on the lifter to begin with.
Your shoulders.
I don't think somebody doing a low bar squat in weightlifting is going to affect their bounce out of the hole negatively. Like when they go to like do a clean and jerk, right?
Yeah.
I think you're right there.
You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, and also you can always like if you're front squatting still, like that shouldn't really matter. I know a lot of people that like that came from powerlifting that started doing some weightlifting that did pretty well with kind of that kind of style back squat.
That's the argument to begin with. Like if you're going to put the bar on your back to handle more weight than you can front squat, why wouldn't we handle more weight to begin with?
Yeah,
and
if you want to move weight, you're going to get stronger.
If you want to be specific, we're going to go back to the front squat.
Yeah, if you're if you're moving, I think it goes like this. If you're moving way more weight with a low bar squat, than you can with like a regular one. And as a weightlifter, you should do that then.
Yeah, because the benefits 100%. Are going to outweigh the negatives.
But
and
if it's like close and it's the same, I would suggest is probably doing a high bar squat because it's going to more emulate like the same kind of bounce you would get out of like a clean.
But that's even that though, because you can put the bar super low and bounce the fuck out of the hole.
Yeah. I thought
look at like Chad Wesley Smith squat. The issue is it's Mark Ripito is the fucking issue, and he coaches that you have to put the bar as low as you can on your back and you have to push your hips back. But that's not a low bar squat. And to me, when
Maybe that's my knowledge of one.
Right. No, that's because that's everyone's. And that's how the stereotypical powerlifter lifted when you were in gear or something like that. But if I'm coaching the squat and I'm talking about bar position, I'm literally just talking about bar position. I'm talking about lats up. And most people, when they talk about low bar, they're talking about the entire style of the squat.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So it is like a little bit of semantics.
Yeah.
But I'm just anti that because it's fucked up a lot of people's perception on it, and it's fucked up a lot of things. And again, going to the variance, if you're going to put the bar on your back, let's handle the most fucking weight. And the biggest thing for me, and again, I'm not a weightlifting coaching. All you listeners can tell me shut the fuck up. But we're going to focus on quad strength, and we're going to focus on staying upright. So if you can't put the bar low and do it, then we're going to put the bar high.
Yeah. I was thinking like a straight beginner. If they're literally like turning to you like, well, where do I put it then?
Yeah, I tell them to squeeze their back as tight as they can and put the fucking bar up there.
Yeah,
put it on your ass crack.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, we'll deal with the bar placement in 2 years.
Put it between your butt cheeks and clinch.
Okay.
I saw a TikTok, and this lady was like trying to be out there, to like coach. I wanted to like get on board because she's trying to make it fun, but she had like a pseudo strap belt thing, and then she put her flashlight in her crack, and she verbally said, "Imagine this flashlight is in your butthole." She literally said those words. And then she was trying to talk about hip position in the deadlift.
So you could see the projection of the light
exactly.
on the ground.
This is made for you. You know exactly what she's saying. And she's saying she's saying if the light is pointing towards the ground, your back is rounded, and that's not how we want to deadlift.
I'm going to need to see this video for research.
Yeah, you want to show the person behind you the flashlight and keeping your back flat.
All her yoga pants have holes.
I swear those are for the flashlight.
Yeah. She just ties a fucking light to the end of her butt.
Like not enough lumens in this one.
It was weird.
Well, it sounds like someone needs to make a
crotchless yoga pants.
A butt plug that has a light switch on.
I'm sure that's there somewhere. It's just all weird. Like, I understand that coaching online is difficult and you want to reinvent the wheel, but like, it's the same thing. People put PVC pipes on their back to show what a flat back is, but I've seen that same thing. Someone do it without hands and they strap like a 2x4 to their back with 8 bands. I'm like, dude, just describe it.
Have we? Okay, real quick before on this. I know we ran past the time on this topic a little bit, but have we hit? This might turn into a tangent. Have we hit the ceiling with bullshit
Yeah.
tips on fucking bodybuilding, weightlifting, CrossFit.
Yeah,
whatever.
man. Like there's such
my
good
God.
info out there, and there are levels to it. Like the higher level you become in powerlifting or weightlifting, there are some semantics we can start to look at and really dig in to try to hone your shit in. But the truth is, most lifters, if you do it for 5 years, you'll probably figure it out on your own. If you get a coach, you could figure it out a little bit faster for sure, because they're going to give you tips. But we don't need a flashlight up my anus to let you know that my back's flat.
We are at stage flashlights up ass stage.
Yeah, it's alpha
of
omega,
tipping-
dude.
of tipping-
Cancel it.
Do you think we've reached peak of lifting knowledge?
Late stage lifting knowledge.
So I think for 99% of folks, we're probably there. I do think when you start to really try to optimize things, that we can sneak some things through. But any science, even in the last 5 years that have come out, a lot of it's just confirmation. It's confirmation of things we already do or that we believe, and then the science is just backing up these methodologies, or kind of saying like this one works, but this one works a little bit better, so we won't use this as much.
I think the biggest
but
change.
it's not gonna nothing's gonna new is gonna explode anytime.
I think the biggest change that's going to come out of all this is real-time data on every exercise you're doing, and using that real-time data to like adjust or like add resistance through an entire, like you've seen those machines they got now, those $500,000 chest press machine that like gives you every single possible data that you can think of.
There are force plates and shit.
And it does like the thing where like as you're pushing as hard as you can, it only lets off enough so you can never copy. Your time under tension is the entire lift.
Same way, even in big sports, that's been the last 5 things over the last 5-6 years. The NBA will have cameras or whatever, and they'll measure the steps a player's taking. So it's easy in baseball. I just count your pitches, right? I just literally count your pitches, and we kind of know the wear and tear over the years after data. But now they're counting steps within a basketball game, because it can vary, right? If it's a slow-paced game, if it's a high-paced game, how many steps is LeBron taking a year rather than how many minutes did he play? And then you try to adjust for that. But then even the science there, how you know, I don't know the percent, but it's probably 70+% of injuries are high impact injuries when talking team sports, and they just can't be prevented, right?
Yeah.
If I tackle
Freak
you,
things.
if I tackle you the wrong way and your knee twists the wrong way, no amount of squats or lateral movements going to fix that in the gym. So I think you're right. Data science will evolve, and cameras and all this stuff, but you know, sports you're gonna get fucking injured.
If you're hitting something hard, you're gonna there's a chance for anything.
Chances are gonna go up.
All right,
ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that little ranty. Comment below. We'll catch you in the next one.